My name's Quang. In English, you can call me David. Nice to meet you today.
Nice to meet you too, David.
Have a nice day. I hope this videos is good for our viewers.
Sure, I do my best.
Thank you for listening today.
It's my pleasure. My pleasure to be here. Okay, good. Are we all ready? Okay.
I share screen. You can see. Wait. You
All
can
right.
see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen now.
I would like to introduce you something about Vietnam.
Okay.
And in the screen, you can see that our traditional food is trứng cake. Yeah. In Vietnam, it has a lot of landscape and scenery, and you can visit Halong Bay, one of the um, UNESCO heritage world
Mm.
heritage world sites. Yes, and our capital city is Hanoi, and our currency is Vietnam dong. As you see on the screen, that has many things about Vietnam.
Mhm.
And I would like to know something about Singapore too. Can you tell us something about?
Okay, sure. I can tell you something about Singapore. And in fact, I have prepared some slides for you. Okay, so may I present some of the slides? Yeah. Okay. So can you see my screen now? Yeah. Okay. Can you see the full screen? The slides. Okay. Can you see the slide?
I don't see the slide.
You don't see the slide. Okay. So this is full screen. Can you see the slide? The slides.
Please, can you reshare the screen?
Reshare. Yeah. Sure.
Share
Can
the
you see the
screen.
slide now?
I don't see any slide in the screen.
Okay, screen start sharing. Okay. Okay. How about this? Can you see the slide?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How about this? Full screen. Okay. Is it good? Can you see the slide? Okay. So if you can see the slide, okay. So today I have a special presentation about Singapore's economy. Okay, so I create this slide to share a little bit more about our country so that you can understand what our economy is all about. So your teacher, teacher my farm asked me to present about the country's economy. All right. So a little bit about me. I have visited your beautiful country before, and last time I was in Vietnam. It was a few years ago when I got to teach a class to some of your government officials in Hanoi. So I had a great time over there. So can you see me? I'm in the middle. Right? I'm somewhere in front. Okay, so I was in Hanoi and I had a great time with all the Vietnamese people and in the government. All right, and this is about when we have fun. We went to some excursion or traveling, and we had some picnic. All right, very nice picnic. Okay, so I really like your country very much, and I think your people here are very friendly, very generous, very kind, very friendly. Yes.
Yes.
The next thing is let me share with you a little bit about Singapore. Okay, so Singapore is a very small country, very tiny country. Okay, we have a population of about 5.5 million people. Okay, these 5.5 million people includes citizens as well as people coming here to work. Okay, foreigners coming here to work. Okay, so we are actually a very small country, and our land area is only about 241 square meters. Okay, so far okay, right? Can hear right? So in Singapore, we have we are a multiracial country. That means we have at least 4 races living in Singapore. Okay, Chinese, Malay, Indian, okay, and Eurasian. So we have 4 different races in Singapore.
Yes.
Okay, can you hear me? All good?
Yes, I can.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we have 4 races in Singapore, so we are a multiracial country. And that is because of the history. Because long time ago, before independence, many people came to Singapore to stay and work. Okay,
Yes.
and yeah, so we always celebrate multiracial, multiracialism. Okay, and Buddhism is the most common religion, followed by Muslim, Islam. Okay, followed by Taoism, and then includes other religion like Christian and Catholic. All right, so we have many different religions in Singapore. Okay, and finally, the GDP per capita, okay, is about more than $60,000, and we have a 96% literacy rate. That means about 95% of the students will go to school. Okay, so just to share with you a little bit more, okay, I have this video here. If you have not come to Singapore before, this is how Singapore looks like. Okay, this video is taken by my friend. All right, so I borrowed the video. Can you hear?
Wow, so beautiful.
These are the housing estates. Yeah. Oh, it's some video I'm playing.
I think it's very very beautiful. It's I think Singapore is the most beautiful country in the world, and
Oh, thank you.
and the most cleanest country in the world.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, yeah, indeed, it is one of the cleanest countries.
Thank you for that video. Uh, that video is about the city in Singapore and the beach, and I think it's very very beautiful. I wish I can travel to Singapore, and uh, I want to meet you and communicate face to face.
Okay, yes, yeah, welcome you here. Welcome you here anytime. Yeah, hope you can visit us. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so you can see. Thank you very much. All right, and yes, I hope you can come down here. So, and I believe you will. You get your chance one day. Okay, you will get your chance to come over. All right. So you can see from the video, right? Because the country is so small, there are many high-rise buildings. You can see that, right? So many different tall buildings because people have to live on top of each other. Okay, because the land is so small, and of course you can see that we have things like ports. You can see the ports at the backdrop, right? So now you know one of our economy depends on import and export on trade. All right. So from the video you can see all these details. All right, and of course tourism. So let me continue. Okay, so a little bit about Singapore. Okay, I just go through a little bit. Singapore, since your teacher told me to talk about the economy, so the economy is about 3%. Okay, we grew by about 3%. Okay,
Yeah.
can see this picture, and our okay, if you know some of these economic indicators, okay, so you see the capita gross national income is about 80 over thousand. Okay, in 2018. Then labor force participation is 67%. Okay, which is how many people is working in the economy. Roughly about 2/3 of the people will work or contribute to the economy. And Singapore is known for cargo. Okay, so 2.15 million tons of cargo is handled every year. Okay, and of course, Singapore is also known for tourism and travel. And in fact, the country is also one of the transit hub. Right, that means if you want to travel to Australia, maybe you can stop over in Singapore and then you transit and then take another flight from Singapore to Australia, for example. So
It
visitors
was
arrival,
amazing.
yeah, correct. Okay, so visitor arrival is about 18 million people, and of course we depend on high technology manufacturing. Okay, so Singapore depends on a few things. For example, tourism, manufacturing. Okay, the port, the seaports. Okay, and you see the cargo we handled 630 million tons of cargo every year. Okay, so these are the few things Singapore depends on. All right. So are you familiar with all these economic indicators? Like these are the basic economic snapshots of the country. Okay. So are you okay? Are you okay? Okay. So social demographics. I think maybe you will understand this a little bit more. Okay, because we have a population of 5.7 million people, and the average time spent on school is about 11.6 years. Okay, so that means we have about 11.6 years of schooling for male and about 10.6 years of schooling for females. Okay, so we have on average we spend about 10, 11, 12 years in school. Okay, then we have a very high wireless broadband penetration rate. That means many people, almost everyone have broadband or internet in the country. And most of us here, 91% own our homes. So that means this is home ownership rate. Okay, so 91% of the country, almost the whole country own the homes. All right. And then let's go down. Total marriages is 20.